Guess what? Almanut. I'm TychoCelchuuu, and this is Company Heroes 2 replay. It's not a replay. I'm watching something. It's being. I can spectate this live on the internet. A game between BS Call playing as the OKW and WMM Inconsistent playing as the United States. This is, as I said, a match currently in progress that I'm watching. By the time you watch this, it'll be long gone. Both players will be dead. Rest in peace. And it's on Angoville, so that's exciting. I looked up WMM Inconsistent real fast. He's ranked like 46 with Americans. I didn't check the rest of his ranks. I didn't check this guy, but it was a top-ranked auto match currently being played. So both these players pretty good. And we get some, oh man, this goes back even to the original Company Heroes. Good memories. Why around this little place in Angoville? So I'm glad to finally cast a match on Angoville. It's been a long time since I've talked about this map. We have a Kubelwagen out first. What happened? What happened? He's not capturing! Oh, rest in peace. That's the end of the German players. That's the end of the game. For the German player, it's over. For him, so this was fun while it lasted, but now we can talk about other stuff because the game is over. Oh no, I was going to talk about the doctrine. Oh well, luckily he picked one of the weird-ass ones. German player had some weird-ass doctrines, but he picked one of the weird-ass doctrines, so we'll just talk about this weird-ass doctrine. I don't even know what the fuck this is. This was added at some point while I was not playing Company Heroes 2 clearly because I've never seen any of this bullshit. Goliath, remote-controlled explosive device. Goliath, well, I know what Goliaths are. Cool. Can be built at any half-track. I feel like those were in the game already, so I knew that somehow. Where's the fighting? I swear I heard gunshots. Oh no, I'm going insane. That's unfortunate. Forward receivers. Half-tracks equipped with forward receivers that deploy once they set revealed enemies within the fog of war. That seems like bullshit. Early warning. Points that are captured are equipped with warning flares. Would trigger when an enemy begins to capture your territory. That sounds not useful? Because you can tell they're capturing your territory because the thing shows up? Clearly there's something I'm not understanding about that. So once again, 1 CP, I'm going to pay attention to that. For the Fatherland. That's from Company Heroes 1. And Sector Assault. Stukas will automatically recon and attack units in the designated area. Well, that's fun. So that's a weird doctrine. Seems like nothing very impressive there. Maybe we're going to see some Goliaths, early Goliaths. I would like to see how that works out. The Kubelwagen not making any contribution to that fight because the OKW player is a good player and knows if you get your Kubelwagen sandwiched between two infantry squads, it's just going to get focus fired and killed. So smartly retreats it back a bit to get both infantry squads in the line of fire and maybe hold them off a little bit. We don't have the focus fire on the Kubelwagen because he was focus firing that Fox Raider squad, which is really important. Means that he managed to get enough damage in on that rifle squad to force the retreat, which means potentially the Kubelwagen can stick around. Look, we got the flares. I'm excited. But I don't know. I don't think he got enough damage. This thing's going to have to reverse really soon. It's playing bait. Oh, nice. Nice couple of criticals. Take those guys out. So, yeah, no, it doesn't have to reverse. It was playing bait, really, for those Volksreiter squads. What the German player wanted was bait the riflemen as long as possible, make the Kubelwagen look like a tempting target that your opponent can maybe kill, and the longer they do that and fire at it, the longer the Volksreiters can fire at them and take out the riflemen, and really the end game is as long as the Kubelwagen wins, it's sort of a little game of chicken. I like how when I scroll this far, you can't see the icons. It's weird. It's a game of chicken, and as long as the Kubelwagen wins the game of chicken and doesn't literally explode, you can just repair it with your Stern Pioneers, and you lose literally nothing. You lose a little bit of time repairing the Kubelwagen, both those units tied up. We have a Goliath! Oh, Jesus! Oh, no, it's not cloaked while moving. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is that? But no, that would be... I feel safe in saying that would be overpowered. Volksreiters stop building, which is really important that they stop building. Who's going to win this fight? This is, oh, the Riflemen lose a model right at the beginning of that fight, so they got to retreat. And now the Volksreiters are going to, well, actually, maybe not, because those guys retreat. It's anybody's match at this point, folks. Both down to 4. Oh, down to 3, but these guys are up, down to 3. Oh, down to 2, now they're going to lose. Now down to 1. Oh, but it's a, what the diddly shit? Does the flare literally do nothing? Oh, maybe it gives you sight. I need to... Wrong thing. Click on... Fucking... Give me a unit. Well, now it's too fucking late. God damn it. Maybe it gives you sight. I bet it gives you sight. That's the only thing it could do. I mean, it could kill somebody, but it clearly doesn't kill somebody. Here's a Kubelwagen again doing that. Oh, we can do it. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, it does give you sight. That's actually pretty cool. It's like the defensive doctrine in the original Company Heroes, which also had for the Fatherland. I think it would give you sight of all the territory you own. That was pretty cool. Wow, those Stern Pioneers getting more owned than I thought they were going to get owned. That was a good choice by the Rifleman to shoot at them. He realized he's not going to kill the Kubelwagen, and if you ever realize that you're not going to kill a light vehicle like this, like you're in a fight and you realize you're not going to kill the Kubelwagen in this fight, just fucking stop shooting it. Unless you can get it so low that it needs to repair, or it needs to pull out so it can repair. But if you're not going to kill it or force it away, just fucking stop shooting it. It doesn't help you to get any damage in on it. I love these things. They're so beautiful. They're like wisps. Will-o'-the-wisps. They're like the little, in Dota 2, the little, the thing the wisp can shoot out that hovers around it. They're like that. U.S. mortar. No surprise. Quick tech to the captain. No surprise to Goliaths. Surprise! So the thing is, you can know that your opponent probably has Goliaths because you start seeing these flares or whatever, which means they want this weird, wacky bullshit. I shouldn't say bullshit. I don't know if it's bullshit. With this weird, wacky Overwatch. Ooh, Overwatch. It's like that video game that I play. From Blizzard Entertainment. People who know how to make real-time strategy games. Like Relic. So, yeah, once you see these... Oh god! Oh, why are they clumped up? The United States player has a mortar and I think you knew this. I think you knew this. I'm not sure if he knew this, but you could have at least assumed you knew it. Oh god, it's so awful. This thing's up to Vet 1. What do you get at Vet 1? Enemy units even more camouflage visible on the minimap. That's exciting. Nice circle strafe going on here. I don't know if the American can keep it up. It's a lot of work to micro. Oh god, the Goliath. Oh, forces the retreat. Ooh. That's actually not a very impressive explosion. It's like a poofy circular explosion. Oh no, they died. It's like a poofy circular explosion, but the really good explosions are the sort of V-shaped, like Saving Private Ryan stuff, like dirt shooting up in the air explosions. Those are the ones I like. I don't like the circular poofy explosions. Circular poofy explosions are like a fucking 1999 video game or something. All the games back then just had these little circular explosion sprites. They were, you know, like a big poof. It's the all-seeing eye. We've got the George Orwell doctrine picked here. It's not doing very much because that thing is way back in the base, but I like how this doctrine gives you a lot of sight. Very sighted doctrine. And again, no surprise, quick tech to a Puma. So, everything very straightforward. This can build a Goliath. Everything can build a Goliath. That makes sense. All the supply trucks can build a Goliath. I don't know. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who do you think is going to win? Maybe we should talk about the circle strafing. Oh, and the quick tech to the Stuart. No surprise, no surprise. I like the camo on the Stuart. It looks like it sort of drove through a bunch of vanilla ice cream that was at neck level somehow, but nowhere else. I don't know. The fucking camouflage appliers got tired of applying it after like they painted the top. They're like, you know what? That's good enough, but it's not good. That's literally no camouflage for anything. There is no circumstance in which this camouflage would actually be camouflage. I don't know what. I don't even. I can't even. I don't even, and I can't even. There's a Goliath. So there's complete inability on my part, and somehow the Puma just accumulated enough fucking damage on that thing to chase it off, and I'm surprised the German player not going for blood there. I suppose worried about the 1-2 punch of the captain. Bazooka doesn't know where the captain is. Turns out it's in the base, and the Rifleman AT grenades, because those can take out the Puma lickety split. But oh, Jesus! What the biddly? Can it drive through the hedge? Is it fucking reversed? What if? Oh, well, there's that. Again, not a fan of the explosion, but am a fan of the results of the explosion. That's cool. Oh man, they did get Bazooka hit on it. So I think the German player would have been better served going for the jugular a bit more hard and wiping out that Stuart. Now the German player's going to be a little bit on the back foot when the Stuart comes out, but still doing really effective, killing all these people. the Kubelwagen lost because the rifleman circle strafed it. So don't ever forget that you can circle strafe pretty much anything without a rotating turret. So if it's got a fixed turret, like the Kubelwagen has a fixed forward firing machine gun, and if you get around to the side or behind it, it can't hit you. And so literally all you have to do is run your infantry squad around the Kubelwagen, and it can't shoot you, and you can get some good damage in on it. Are they gonna kill the folks on the route to retreat? Likely not. That was a weird shot from the Puma. What was it? It must have been shooting at the rifleman, but somehow it shot like over to the right, and it ended up here. Some sort of weird geometry thing. Here's a Panzer II out, so that's an interesting choice considering the opponent did get the Stuart and also has the captain, which can also hurt the Panzer II, but I guess he made the choice that, like, I think my opponent's going to go really heavy into the infantry. There's the Stuart, but not much else, and so I'll get the Panzer II. It can potentially hurt the Stuart. Oh, Jesus, what's the Puma doing? No, Puma. Luckily, the Stuart's got indecision. Wanted to shoot the Puma, decided to shoot the Panzer II, ended up not shooting anything. Look how aggressive the Stuart is being, by the way, backed up by some infantry, so you can be aggressive like this, but yeah, that's really cool. The United States player just going so balls to the wall, and which is why it's so weird that the German player didn't go for something more effective versus the Stuart than a Panzer II. Like, for instance, another Puma. I really would have expected to see another Puma, because those things stay relevant forever. Even once the opponent starts pulling out Shermans or something, Puma can still do some good damage. Not like it can take the damage, but still, you know, it's like a mobile AT gun almost. So I guess he read his opponent as just going really heavy into infantry, or figured he could, and figured he could deal with the Stuart with what he's already got, namely the Puma and maybe the Panzer II, and nothing else, just Fausts from the Volksgrenadiers. And so that was the choice. These captains doing it, this captain squad doing a nice job over here. That seemed to hit the Puma, or the Panzer II, but not penetrate really. That was kind of odd. But yeah, so just the German player has banked on the opponent not going heavier into armor, and that's actually what the American player is doing. So the manpower is being spent. Booby trap has been triggered. Yeah, nothing's happening. The manpower is being spent reinforcing all these infantry, which sort of makes sense. Riflemen, not super expensive, but there's just a lot of them, and they keep dying, so you gotta repair. Here's the Puma again. Brave little Puma. I don't know why the Stuart's not turning, but it did use its fancy shell shock thing, and then they pop the— oh no, this could be really bad if he somehow catches it. Does he have anything? He's going in, he's going whole hog with the Stuart. It's gonna get Fausted, and he actually doesn't have the resources for a Faust, and I don't think the United States player knows that. There's pretty much no way to know at a point like this, especially because so much of the munitions have been dumped in to the Goliath. These things are 100 munitions, so there's no way to know the Goliath is there because it's cloaked. But like, wow, had the United States player known there was no munitions for a snare, I think he would have gone in, tried to wipe out the Puma. That would have been a very different game. But as it stood, there was not enough infantry there to chase it down. I guess there was enough infantry there, but it wasn't fast enough to chase it down. The rifleman couldn't get in range for a disabling AT grenade, and so the Puma lives to fight another day. Here's some crazy shit. I don't even know what this Panzer II, everything about this Panzer II puzzles me. The choice to tech to the Panzer II was puzzling to me just because it's so ineffective versus the Stuart. The choice to send it in like a nutter is puzzling to me because it's just getting owned up by the Stuart, which just used the disabling shot. I think the mortar just got wiped again by the Goliath, which at this point must get fucking old for the United States player. How did that Goliath even get that close? Oh man, what an exciting back and forth, wacky game. I think the United States player just threw it away by losing the Stuart. But I don't know, maybe the United States player can buy another Stuart, saving up some manpower. Oh, we have a thing chosen. When was this chosen? I don't even know. Heavy Cavalry Company. Oh, this is the popular company these days because you get a Pershing at the end and pretty much fuck all else. I guess riflemen can build stuff. What are they shooting? Oh, they're shooting Volksgrenadiers. There's Volksgrenadiers over here. So who's gonna win? It's looking pretty good for the German player, except he doesn't have a lot of units on the field. Hasn't been losing units, just has been... I don't know where the... Oh, that's where it's... I was about to say, I don't know where the German player's manpower has been going. Guys, I found the manpower. I found the mystery missing manpower. It's fucking down here at 700. Jesus. So, weird German choices. Weird German choices. I guess the plan is I will defeat the Allies with my limited repertoire of Goliaths and a Puma and a weird Panzer II, and I will not be forced to requisition anything more until I am forced to, which is nothing yet. Now the Allies getting an AT gun, so really no tanks for the Allies after that Stuart. Weird. I think the Ally is thinking, the United States player is thinking, well, my opponent already up to the Pumas, so also saw my Stuart, and my Stuart has now been countered by being killed. So now the German player will be ready for the rest of my vehicles and will start getting more anti-tank, when in reality, the German player isn't building anything. And so, to the extent he's building anything, it's just like Goliaths and Panzer IIs, which is anti-infantry stuff, and so the United States player really ought to just be spamming these Stuarts. Stuart spam is as effective as reported. No, that is not a myth. Do not adjust your television sets. Spamming Stuarts is the key to victory. But the United States player not doing that. And so now a bit on the back foot, having been wiped a couple times by the Goliath. I think 3 Goliaths taking out 3 squads, although the mortar sort of dying twice only counts as 1 squad. Losing the Stuart in that very bold but ultimately failed attack. Yeah, I don't know there's much to say about that Stuart attack. Both players had opportunities before then to sort of wipe the other person, and when the United States player eventually went for it, it just didn't work out. I think that, it's very easy with hindsight to say, oh, it would have worked the times they didn't do it, and it didn't work the time they did do it, but I honestly think the prospects looked better for each player in those earlier times I was talking about than when the United States player went sort of all in with that Stuart that time. But, you know, nothing you can do about that. You make your choices, you play the game, and United States player still totally in this. Certainly has a nice little bank of manpower and fuel. Just has to decide what to do with it. Do we have a tech up to a major yet? No, we don't. I guess I would have known that because there would have been a major up here. Surprise, surprise. Where's this Goliath? Man, they can hide in any goddamn thing. Any cover, I guess. That's the detonate button. So that's all the Goliath can do. Okay. So, if you were the United States player at this point, I would really be thinking about tanks. I mean, it's easy for us to say that when we see how little AT the German... Jesus Christ, German player floating 1,200 manpower and 160 fuel. I just don't know, man. Another Goliath being built. I just don't know. So considering I looked up the rank of this United States player and he was like rank 46 or something with the United States, consider how good the German player has to be to hold the United States player off with just 3 Volkskrieger squads, a Sturm Pioneer squad, a Puma, a Panzer II, infinite Goliaths, and balls of steel. That's pretty good. United States player throwing everything he's got into the meat grinder. German player just like, hey, you know, I'm not going to really build anything. I don't want to be over hasty here. Oh, we have some fuel dumped into something. We have the tier 4 going up right here. So that's a nice place. Actually, I would have liked to see it maybe slightly further ahead so it could defend the cutoff, but I can understand building it back there because you're worried about tank rushes in the future. That'll sort of keep the Shermans away from your base, so that's a place to retreat with your vehicles. Oh no, the Goliath getting shot as it goes in for the kill. So yeah, the thing about these Goliath... Oh Jesus, the Goliath didn't do more damage to the Panzer II, which is lucky. That could have been the end. It gets an AT grenade in there. I think the United States player was just over hasty there, was maybe getting excited about the prospect of the AT gun coming up, or maybe saw the Goliath go off and he's like, this is my chance. This is my chance to kill the Panzer II. Oh wow, if he kills the Sturm Pioneer squad in the retreat, that'd be bad. But honestly, this is not your chance to kill the Panzer II. It's probably going to get out. AT gun, I think, got one nice hit in on the Puma. Oh, here comes the These guys are vet 3 now. That's actually a big deal because they can run around. They can, right? Yeah. So they can run around and fucking shoot things with that bazooka. And this is such a... Oh yeah, that is why you built tier 4 there. So it owns the house. I didn't think about that. Oh, well, here's what... Jesus Christ. So he takes up to tier 4, the OKW... Oh no, the tree. I love how... Can you imagine being the guys on these fucking guns and being like, our job is to shoot this house. It's a massive fucking house and there's a tiny tree in front of it. Oh god, oh, we hit the tree. Let's not adjust our aim. Let's just keep shooting. Maybe this time... Oh, we hit the tree again. Oh no, oh, fucking... They're idiots is what I'm saying. So he takes up to tier 4 and immediately builds 2, count them, 2, very easy to count because it's just 1 and then 2. 2 Obersoldaten squads and could build a 3rd. Oh wow, look at this. He forgot he built a Goliath. This could be danger. What can the United States player see? This could be danger very soon. Oh, he stops moving forward. Oh, he's moving. Oh, he stops moving forward. This could be danger. Oh, I don't want to see it happen. The Obersoldaten... The Obersoldaten, I guess, come from here. They changed it, that the infantry come from the building at some point. I can't remember when or why they did that, but yeah, something coming from the off-map. Did the Goliath even come from off-map? Does anything come from off-map anymore except Collins? I don't know. I don't know how this video game works. This is an exciting fight, but where's the AT gun? Oh, something just... Oh, there's the AT gun. Okay, I was wondering, is the AT gun in the fight killing anything? And the answer is yes, the AT gun's in the fight, and it killed a vehicle just now. So there you go. So good, the United States player got something out of that fight, even killed 2. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus, it whiffs. The United States player got something out of that fight and then retreats and then gets the Pershing, and so now this is an entirely different video game. This video game is a different video game from the video game you've been watching previously. Previously it was Company Heroes 2, now it's Company Heroes 2 with a Pershing in the mix. These riflemen are asking for it. There's a weird texture seam right there. You see that little line. And we got mines. So the riflemen using their... Oh, we got mines. Fucking, we got mines. Guys, we have mines. There are mines aplenty, my friends. Mines for days. There's so many mines here, you'd think we're playing Dwarf Fortress. Hey, yo, it's a different kind of mine in that video game. But yeah, so the United States player took out the Panzer II, pulled back to consolidate his wins. He's got the right-hand side of Angoville, which is the important side of Angoville because it's got the 2 victory points, so can effectively stay here for the rest of his life. And now there's the Pershing, and as I expected, now we have a second assault coming. What's going to happen? This AT gun positioning actually pretty unfortunate because the 2 Volksreiter squads can own it up. I would like to see the Pershing more in the fight because it actually turns out your opponent has nothing that can scratch it, really. Oh, I guess we do have a Reckenberger out finally. But it would have been nice to see the Pershing just fucking own some face on those infantry before the Reckenberger came up. We have mortars coming in from the United States player getting some good damage on the tier 4, but it would be good if they would shoot the... infantry, but the riflemen, there's not enough of those squads. 2 of them were just not in that fight even, and so the only 2 that were there were getting focus fired by, basically once the AT gun pulled away, the Volksreiters started firing on the riflemen instead, so there just wasn't enough infantry. Oh, the Pershing, that's what a Pershing can do. There just wasn't enough infantry in that fight from the United States player to make it, oh, that's what a Pershing can do! There just wasn't enough infantry in that fight for the United States player to really win that thing, so the mortar eventually had to pack it up and move, and everything had to pull back. I don't know what these riflemen are doing. I guess they're supposed to be scouting for the Pershing, but they're not. This is what a Pershing can do.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
No, it's not shooting. Yeah, so I don't know about those riflemen being sent on that mission to the left. Like, I'm normally... Oh, God. My video game. I'm normally the biggest fan in the world. Oh, that's what a mortar can do. I'm normally the biggest fan in the world of, you know, sending people around to the side to flank and capture some stuff while your opponent isn't looking or something like this. But, like, think about it. The right-hand side of Angoville is the important side of Angoville. It's starting to collapse. The reason it's starting to collapse is because that first fight with the Pershing you lost because, well, you didn't win. Because the riflemen got pushed off, because you didn't have enough riflemen, because the only ones you had were being focus fired, because the other ones were over here and over here. And so, I don't know, I think, like, that was a fight the United States player could have won. Ooh, he's coming back with bars now. Could have turned that into a win, and if you win this fight right here, the opponent's broken. The opponent's fucked. You've destroyed like everything. They've got to pour everything in to that defense to make it work. And if you win that fight, things go really well. So Another reason the United States player lost the fight was because the AT gun here got focus fired by the Focus Grenadiers right at the very beginning without doing anything important and got pushed off. So it would have been much better to have it over here or something, or over here even, or over here, some more defensible place, anywhere where it can poke at the Puma, I think would have been good. I think he was trying to get the tier 4 down with it, but it wasn't happening, so I don't know. United States player, I guess, has internalized this monologue that I've just been delivering. Oh, are the mines going to go off? Yeah. Kill a couple people and suppress those people. And that gives the United States player enough time to refocus these riflemen and the mortar and what's going on. Even the Obersoldaten over there, the nice flame grenades in here, get the captain out. Nice mortar hits, gonna make those Volksgrenadiers retreat. They in fact are retreating. No, they aren't. That's a different two-man squad. I was looking in the upper left. Now those guys are retreating too. So the United States player doing pretty well, except I think that we're Captain Werfer and even the Puma chipping away at the... Oh no, it's down to half health. Jesus Christ, how'd that happen? This is a disaster. It's a disaster. Might get the Puma here if it gets... Oh no, it's got the smoke, of course. That was a Goliath, I guess. Nice job, Pershing. Does that count as a light vehicle? Yeah, it counts as a vehicle destroyed. This is getting touch and go for the United States player. Captain Werfer is nailing the Pershing. Is it going to reverse out? He's going to get sight on it with the Obersoldaten, but they get out at the end. The Pershing gets out at the end. So really excellent play by the OKW. Two successive pushes, two successful pushes here on the right. Just excellent use of combined arms, not losing anything. Oh god. Not losing anything except a lot of manpower on all these squads that he's having to reinforce, but successfully pushes the United States back here in terms of territory and back here in terms of map control. The Pershing has been neutered for the time being, and so that was really good. Unfortunately, given the way things worked out, a lot of the infantry ended up back at the base for the OKW, which means the United States player can immediately cap it back. But still, that was two really good assaults, and I would go recommend watching them back at some point to just see how the OKW made that happen, because that was just really good. Really good combined arms usage. Considering the heaviest vehicle the OKW has is a Puma, that was a good fight. The United States player kind of crumbling a bit, but really that was the good assault from the OKW, making that happen with the combined fire from two Vet 5 Volksgrenadier squads and an Obersoldaten squad. I would be, oh, that almost hit the retreating people. Instead it hit nothing. Oh god! The nice thing about the Obersoldaten is that they've got enough health or armor or whatever the fuck makes them survivable that like they can take a direct hit from like a mortar or something and not die. They'll just take it on the health bar. But the thing is that leaves them really vulnerable to the second shot, which then kills a lot of them, so that's not good. But we have a King Tiger, so how's the Pershing? Oh, of course, since it can repair itself, it actually doesn't repair itself. That's strange, being very conservative with it. Still anybody's game, but I just, like, man, both players so good, so good. The German player especially, really so good, doing so little with so much with so little, but that float turned out to all be part of the plan, because the float paid off in terms of the double Obersoldaten squads being able to reinforce these Volksgrenadier squads when they took those big losses during this fight here, when they hit the mine here and they got hit by the mortar here and stuff, and eventually being able to call in the King Tiger when things are looking not even dire, when things are looking like they could use a King Tiger, because a King Tiger added to the mix always makes things slightly more delicious, like curry powder. King Tiger curry. King Tiger sounds like it could be a brand of curry powder, doesn't it? Like King Tiger spicy curry powder. I have now copyrighted that. You may not use it, and I'm gonna sell it in stores, make a lot of money. There's gonna be a fucking crazy ass tiger on the bottle. It's not gonna be a bottle, it's gonna be a jar. It's gonna be a jar of curry powder. I'll also sell like wet curry mixes, like curry paste. And it's gonna have like a crazy ass tiger on the front, and he'll have a crown and he'll be smiling, and he's gonna be the King Tiger. That's how I'll make my money, because these fucking YouTube videos don't make any money. I get like 60 cents per video. So at this rate, I'm definitely gonna starve to death, because this is for sure the only thing I do for a living. Definitely how I pay my rent, making 60 cents per YouTube video. I do have to figure out the recipe for the King Tiger curry powder, but please don't suggest any because I want to do it on my own. This will be a thing that I do. Man, that flare is going all the way over to the right. I don't know why it's doing that. Why it's on the right. Well, who's winning? Can someone tell me who's winning? There's just a lot of infantry dying. One more hit on this. Nope, it pops the smoke. So now the German player... Oh, nope, but there's an AT gun here. So there's no way he'll be able to move in on the Pershing with turret. Oh, turret couldn't... Why is it moving so fast? Oh, I sped it up. Okay. Okay. I pressed a button up on my keyboard when I was... I don't actually know why I did that, but it was... it must have sped it up. So that freaked me out for a second. I thought I was fucking high as a kite on this King Tiger marijuana I've been selling, but I don't know why the Pershing is backing towards the enemy. That's a serious miscommunication. It must have hit the reverse button and clicked up here or something. I honestly don't use the reverse button. They added it too late in Company Heroes 2 for me to feel comfortable using it, and I also don't trust fucking relics. Jesus, look at this! It's reversing again into the... That's why I fucking don't use the button, I assume. These guys might die. Oh, that's really bad. You need that infantry AT. Yeah, so I don't trust the reverse button. I just sort of right-click behind my dude in a path. Maybe that's a habit I ought to break, maybe not. I still don't know who's going to win. I think the German player just has a big enough... Oh, yeah, so what I was going to say is the German player has a big enough infantry blob to decrew this AT gun without losing to the Pershing first, especially because the King Tiger is the bigger Pershing target there, and that's exactly what happened. You know, oh no, it's over. Oh, well, no, that, okay, yeah, didn't penetrate. Oh, no, did penetrate. I don't know, that fucking, the end, GG, I assume. The United States player just wasn't able to make the combined arms work as well as the Germans. If the riflemen had been up here, had somehow been able to protect the AT gun, the AT gun could have got some damage in the King Tiger. The Pershing could have had its pick of the litter. Are they salvaging? Yes, they are. That's the end of the AT gun. I think the United States player at this point is boned with a capital David Boreanaz. Yeah, that was just better combined. So, to be fair, combined arms really means selecting all your infantry in a blob and right-clicking on the bad people, but this is Company Heroes 2, so that's pretty much the most you can expect from these infantry fights, and it looks like, unless the United States player does something really impressive with this limited repertoire, I mean, it does have the fuel for a Pershing, but it's, I don't know, it's bleeding a lot of manpower, and you gotta bleed the manpower to claw your way back onto this, into this fight, versus Vet 5, Fox Radiators, and Obersalat, neither of which have died, so these guys are up to Vet 2, these guys up to Vet 3, that's cool. What do they get at Vet 3? Heal out, I was about to say, do they heal themselves? And yes, they do. They heal themselves. Good shit. So yeah, I think it's looking pretty good for the German player, and I just gotta say, masterful playing to play that long, floating that much stuff versus the United States. I mean, part of that I think lies on the United States player's fault. Well, no, think about it. So I think the main reason the United States player was not winning in that portion of the game when the German player was floating so much was because he wasn't using his Stuart as aggressively as he could have. Well, no, there's two things. Number one, he wasn't using his Stuart as aggressively as he could have until finally he didn't, it died. But so, number one, use it even better. Oh no, another Pershing. So he's actually right back in this game. So, but the second thing is that probably he didn't use his Stuart as aggressively, and he also didn't Stuart spam, either of which would have really helped. But you think about it, both of those were risky from the United States player's point of view, because you know your opponent's got all those resources and he's dumping it into something. Does he have a lot of AT guns? Does he have a lot of Pumas? Does he have something? The answer turned out to be no to all of the above, because he was literally just floating. But that's really tough to predict. If your opponent's a good player, you figure he's not floating all that shit. He's actually doing something with it. And so that does, I think, make it risky to use the Stuarts in the way, well, to number one, invest into a lot of Stuarts. So to have the number of Stuarts I think the United States player needed to win that point in the game, which was 2, I think. At least 2. It's risky to spend that much on Stuarts, and it's risky to use the Stuarts that you got, whether it be 1 or more, in bold plays, because you don't know what your opponent has. So that was sort of mind games from the German player, not spending any of the cash on hand. And so, although the United States player is still totally in this game, the German player looking pretty good. This Puma's still alive, by the way. It's been alive for like 20 minutes or something. Only up to 9 kills, but it's been pulling its weight in hay. Pulling its weight in hay. Yeah, could a puma pull a puma's worth of hay? I have literally no idea. I don't even know how to begin to answer that question. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how engineering works. I don't know how much a puma weighs. I don't know how much a puma's worth of hay weighs. I don't know what this Verketten is doing over here. It's capturing the point, I guess. But here's the fight. The big Mac Daddies of this video game are about to go. Oh god. Oh god. Looks like they'll make it out. Now, do you go for the infantry or do you go for the tank? It looked like the United States player was actually going for the infantry until it retreated. The Pershing trying to aim at that, which I think was a good choice. You can wipe a Vet-5 squad at this point and then just retreat your tank back to base to heal. That's a win in my view, especially because you baited the King Tiger so far forward. If you manage to knock the engine out, things will look really bad, but the United States player maybe doesn't have enough stuff around to do that. And really, literally the only AT the United States player has left is the Pershing and the AT grenades from the Rifleman, because that AT gun got decrewed and salvaged and the captain died long ago. So I think I do want to call this for the Germans, although there's still plenty of game left and the German can easily throw it away. The United States player can pull something out of a hat. So it's anybody's game, and by anybody I mean pretty much the Germans, but I mean, look, in real life they threw the war away by invading Russia, so maybe in this game they'll throw the war away by invading Russia, and then it'll be a 2v1. It'll auto-match with another Russian player, and they'll join the game. They'll come in from the east or whatever, and wipe out the Germans. So I don't think that usually happens in Company Heroes 2, but I don't want to rule it out. And also, importantly, there's a Pershing, and so anytime there's a huge fuck-off tank like that, which has the potential to wipe a squad in one hit, it just takes one sort of lucky shot against, like, I don't know, these Obersoldaten or these Volksgrenadiers. How is this Panzer II is still alive, by the way? Is this... No, it's not the same Panzer II. The Panzer II died. I don't know why he rebuilt a Panzer II. That Pershing hitting this telephone pole was actually really, really, really lucky for the Germans. What is even going on? The King Tiger's all the way over here. Finally decides it should be coming. The Pershing realizes, what the fuck am I doing? It backs up. But see, that's the thing. It can just take out so much of these people and clear the way for the rest of the United States forces that you just can't count the United States out until the caged bird sings, is I believe. Oh Jesus, there's another Pershing! When did that happen? How did this happen? What is... Oh no, that's dead. That's the corpse. Fuck. God damn, don't do that to me, Relic. Can someone explain to me why that sometimes... Like, I mean, I know why it happens, because it's in the video game, and that's the thing that happens in the video game. Why fucking Relic thinks that's okay? That should look like a fucking dead tank. It should look like... Well, there's one up here. No, there's nothing up here. It should look like a fucking dead tank is what I'm saying. There's no excuse for that. So this might be the end. King Tiger doing the base rush, the Pershing. I would like to maybe see it shooting at the King Tiger, because if you don't, you're going to lose all your infantry. And if you lose all your infantry, you lose in real life. But, I guess no. There's the AT gun here, so this is good. He's suckering the King Tiger in far enough that the AT gun's able to pop the armor-piercing shells, the discarding Sabot rounds, and crew switches to British-supplied high-velocity tungsten rounds for better armor penetration. Oh, those British and their tungsten. Those wacky tungsten chappies. Oh, are we going to see an AT grenade? Oh, nice damaged engine. This is good for the United States player. Now is the time to go for the throat. He knows it. He stops the... does he still have the sub? I don't know why there's a thing. He goes for the kill. The turret getting knocked out is actually really bad. Now it's really, 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 really bad. Really bad. Oh, but it's turned and now it's getting hit. The Pershing is still alive. Not for long. I think it's gonna get fouled. Oh no, the Goliath! Look at that. It's like fucking popping a wheelie. Oh, the Pershing nails the Goliath and the Pershing is going around. Has the AT gun gotten decrewed? No, not yet. It's still fire. Oh, the Faust takes out the Pershing. The AT gun, I think, is pinging off the front because it doesn't have the Sabot rounds anymore and he doesn't have sight anymore. And oh, that was so close. The Oberstdon, I suppose, or the Puma decrew the AT gun. And that, I think, is it for the United States player. That was so exciting. He almost got that King Tiger. I think, yeah, looks like that's the end of the game. I think if the turret hadn't been knocked out on the Pershing, there's a not even a bad chance, a really good chance the King Tiger goes down, the Pershing scrapes out, and then the United States player is right back in it. Although you don't want to be too excited about that, because notice we have 400 fuel and 600 manpower saved up, so that'd just be another King Tiger. But wow, what a game, folks. I'm definitely pumped. I'm pumped with a capital Puma. Bye.